I'm back again with another music video reaction. My name is Josh. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you click the thumbnail, you're here to check out a new group to me. And this is an interesting one. I was told to check this one out, and my curiosity has gotten the better of me, as this is actually Jason Aldean's music video for Try That in a Small Town. So if you're unfamiliar, currently, I was briefly scrolling through the news feed, as I try and stay away from most of that, as I don't tend to like all of the negativity that comes from it, which is, I guess, just the news these days. But I did see that this specific video has caused a lot of controversy through, of course, the media, so I'm not sure if that's actual controversy or if it's just things that they're trying to stir up and who knows what. But I know this got removed, I believe, from CMT because of the controversial nature of it, and it's really interesting what gets removed and what doesn't nowadays. Who knows? There's so many weird rules out there about what's okay and what's not. But I figured, hey, let's go ahead and give it a look and see what this is all about, because I literally have no idea what's going on with this stuff. All right, well, let's see what we can do. All right, let's get it. Also, never heard of Jason Aldean before.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough? Well, try that in a small town, see how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town.
These farmers are dropping their own crops for the day. A friend is in need, and they've come to help.
It's what this community and a lot of our communities stand for. Somebody needs some help, you'll get it.
Try that in a small town.
All right, so that was Jason Aldean, and Try That in a Small Town, and that's the super controversial video. I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't quite understand what's so controversial about it. I mean, I guess I really don't get it. I mean, from the little bit that I'd seen, it was talking about this is calling to arms and inciting violence. I recall several lines in there saying, I suggest you don't do these things. Literally, he said that. It's so interesting, and it really did look like all of that stuff was filmed from everything that's happened over the last couple of years with the different protests and riots, and how things severely got out of hand in so many places. And it's such a hard thing, because I feel like everything, well, not everything, but a lot of things start with the best intent. Like a lot of the protests and things like that were definitely geared towards trying to get attention, which is the way to do it, peaceful protest. And then you are always going to have people that take it to the extreme or go too far, and then it just becomes a complete another shit show, which is exactly what's kind of been happening. And it's such a different world people almost live in, is something that I've really thought about. And just from me being able to live in small towns and live in big cities, it's so vastly different. Like the things that are important and the rights, they're universal rights that of course everybody should have always. But when you're talking about gun control, or if you're talking about different types of governmental control, there are just far different needs for people that are in rural communities versus those that are in big jam-packed cities. I mean, it's just so vastly different. So I know that there's not going to be any way you're going to ever please anybody. But this song in of itself literally, well, okay, firstly, it actually sounded good. The sound was really good. And it didn't seem like it was really more of a inciting violence. It was, this is not stuff that's happening in the small towns, and we want to keep it that way. And honestly, if you look at it, and you look at a lot of the cities that had the biggest things, I mean, if you're looking at like in Portland, Oregon, or like San Francisco, or different cities like that, to where they've really altered a lot of the rules, it's freaking kind of scary-ish. A little bit more chaotic. And I've definitely lived in the Portland area, and I used to love to go to Portland, but now I don't really know that I'd want to go through some of the areas of Portland, just with the lack of rules and laws that are being enforced in that area just for safety reasons. We're at a very interesting time in our country, I guess I'll say that one. But I definitely think that there's nothing wrong with a band or people expressing how they feel. I mean, this is an art form, and this is free speech. I mean, I know that's something that's very up for debate, and ultimately you don't have to listen to it if you don't like it. But there are so many, oh my God, I'm going to sound like an old person now, which is really funny because I'm getting there. But I mean, how many current pop songs are about really stupid, horrible things, and they may much more lend themselves towards pushing people towards violence, or carrying, types of weapons that are meant to literally only hurt other people. There's just a lot of things on this that aren't necessarily balanced out on both sides of the scale. So if you're going to start to limit people's freedoms or what you think they should be, and that's exactly what gets me the worst. Again, even if there's a song that you don't like, or somebody's saying something that you don't like, that's the point of freedom of speech, is they have the right to say it. You don't have to listen to it, but you can't stop them from saying it just because you don't agree with it. And that's a little concerning to me about this, because I mean, you may not like the song, you may think that it is leading to people trying to be violent towards other people, but you might also be wrong. And also, it's your interpretation of that. So I'm definitely for, let the music go, and people can listen to it if they want to, and if they don't, they won't. If somebody was really concerned about trying to stop this song from being as popular as it is now, they wouldn't have tried to cancel it, because guess what? Now this song that's like a week old has 15 million views, and this is an artist I've never heard of. No offense to Jason Aldean. Again, it sounded really good, but this is drawing more attention to it. So if that was somebody's ultimate goal, good job. I don't really like to get into too much of this stuff, but especially when it pops up in a music video setting, which is something that I do react to a lot, I feel it's kind of an opportunity for me just to look at it and maybe see what people are thinking, because I think there is a view of what the media wants everybody to think the rest of America looks like, or the rest of the world even for that, and that that America is super divided on all these things. And it's like, does the average American really care if somebody's listening to a country song that says "not in my town"? Or are they making it a bigger deal than it really is to cause more division? And I think that's maybe really where it's at. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Again, not meant to be super controversial. I don't really play that game. I just like to do what I like to do and listen to what I like to listen to. But this was an interesting circumstance, and it's kind of seemingly relevant to what's going on in our country. So, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Go to hit that subscribe button if you would. That'd be fantastic. And as always, you're awesome. Peace out.